Hi guys, Virginia here and I'm back with my final design team layout using the June Kitaholic Kits, and I'm using one of the exclusive cut files for this month, and this rainbow and cloud is kind of combined in with the big sentiment one that's about riding unicorns and yeah, stuff like this. So what I did is took off all the big title and just kind of enlarged the clouds and rainbows and thought that I'd feature that on the page. So I originally actually had an idea to kind of use all the branding strips and strips of paper and the strips of washi that came in the sticker book, but then that kind of went out the window and I remembered this cut file, so I thought I would feature this instead, and I thought I might try the strips as well, because I'm running low on paper. But yeah, I tried it. You can see me cutting strips here, and I thought that I could do, instead of doing strips around the rainbow in each of the sections, put strips like I'm placing now. I thought that that might be quite interesting, but when I was doing it, and I covered about half of it and set it there on this background bit of paper that I've chosen. It wasn't looking that great, so I do pull out the teal coloured background paper and try it on white. I'm persevering. I really want to do this idea, but no. Obviously it doesn't make it to the page. So I'll pull out the teal piece of paper in a minute. No. And I'm flicking through the washi booklet, wondering if there was anything else that might make it work. I try them sideways. And put that on. No, I don't quite like it. So there we go, remove the teal paper. I still don't like it on the white, so I'm going to abandon that idea and we'll have a go with this confetti bit of paper, and I like this idea. I also tried the vellum under the clouds, and I was going to do that, but then once I'd got the confetti style paper onto the rainbow, I didn't actually like the idea of the vellum, and I pull in the lovely minty kind of grid style 12 by 12 paper for the clouds. So here I am just gluing, really simple cut file to back when you cheat like this. So just gluing it, cutting around it, and then I'll do the same with the clouds as well in a minute. Just about there. So I had a lot of fun with this layout. I've done quite a few layouts like this where I kind of just put all the random things on the pages and have it so that it's like a little girl's imagination or what their dreams are made of, and it's a perfect excuse to use those kind of random embellishments like mermaids and meerkats and ice cream sundaes and strawberries and stuff, because to me that's what little girls like a dream of. So yeah, it was kind of a good way to use those random pieces. The photos are of Eddie on her 3rd birthday, and we gave her a bike for her birthday, and it was her first bike and she had wanted one for ages. So I'm kind of emphasising that with the design of the page by adding all these random things, because she really wanted a bike. She probably really wants mermaids and unicorns too, so yeah, I'm going with it. So I had originally done a layout with those 2 photos and a bike, and I hated it. So I pulled it apart and just kept the 2 photos and the bike sitting on that bike from the die cut pack, simply because I liked the way that they were placed. I didn't like the rest of the layout. So yeah, I've got to say that's probably the first time I've pulled apart a layout ever, but yeah, I have been struggling to get back into the flow of things after moving. So anyway, I'm on my 4th project now with this kit, so I'm well and truly into it. Okay, so I cut down that teal background paper just a little bit, just so that it wasn't so overwhelming, and I was going to stitch around the border, and I contemplated stitching on that cut file, but realised I'd put the foam and decided it was going to be too hard to pull it off. So there we go. I've just stitched with gold thread a simple border around the outline, just so I could kind of pull that border up, and it gives it a nice white frame as well. It helps to tone it down a little. It is quite dark and in your face, but yeah. Okay, so I'm putting a double layer of foam on the die cut piece, not on the photos, just so that it sits level with the cloud cut file, and I'm going to work at embellishing the rest of my page. So I contemplated using a bit of that gold sequin trim, but that doesn't make it. I put out a few pieces from the exclusive die cut pack, but I end up forgetting about them and they get a bit lost, which is a shame, but never mind. Right, this is the other die cut pack, the Dealer's Stay Colourful one, and this is what I'm going to use to pretty much embellish my page with. So I thought the little houses in the cloud, thinking of like a castle in the cloud, like Jack and the Beanstalk, something like that, fairy tale-ish. So I put little houses up there. Some flowers. I do end up moving them down to the bottom left-hand corner just to create a little cluster down there. Otherwise, I felt like it may be a bit too centre heavy with my two giant cluster clouds I've got going on. I tried with this tag. I really wanted to get it on, but that doesn't make it. Here I am moving the flowers down, and I'm trying with this tag, but no, it doesn't make it. Give up, Virginia. A little toucan, a little ticket popped behind the photos just for a bit of colour, and I cut the yellow piece out that says hip hip hooray. I didn't like the rest of the tag, but I like that yellow, that pop of yellow and the sentiment on it, so I tucked that just above the photo. That kind of, by tucking stuff around the photos, it's helping to distinguish those photos from the background. A little camera, a unicorn to the left, and I moved that toucan up, but he does end up going back down. Tried the swan, that doesn't make it, and here we go with the mermaids, the mercat, and I've just got the mermaid kind of, her tail's kind of tucked in around the cloud, which I quite like. A little ice cream cone, strawberry. I tried the pizza, but it just didn't quite appeal to me, so here we go. And I wanted to use that second mercat, so that gets tucked down in that bottom left-hand cluster. I'll just move the mermaid over a little bit. There we go, and put the mercat there. They kind of sit better there. A little strawberry. Okay, now I was going to use one of these for a title, but then I remembered I had the Dealer's glitter titles. So I'll pull them out shortly. I'm going through the washi sticker booklet now, and there's 3 little banners on there. One's got a unicorn, one says treat yourself, and the other one is just a red with some yellow florals on it. So I was going to tuck them under that the cloud to the left hand side, but I do end up putting up in the top left hand corner just because it felt quite empty up there, so I run a little section of banners across there. And I apologise if you could hear squawking. I'm doing a voiceover at night, and we've got Pookie goes very close to the house, and they are noisy. They need to be relocated as far as I'm concerned. They are buggers. Anyway, rightio. So here I am with a title, trying to work out a title. I thought about memories, but then I came across one that says stay magical. There we go. And I thought that kind of went perfect with the layout and what I was going for. So that's going to be my title. Right, here I am moving those banners up to the top, and I like that pop of colour up there. It just breaks that teal up. Okay, I like that. I'm going to glue it all down. So pretty simple. Just glue behind the houses, and I'm just working my way from the bottom layers up. So there we go. My little camera, my little yellow hip hip hooray. Tuck that back in there, and then I'm going to glue my photo cluster to the cut file. I'm going to glue that little bird down, and then go about on the left hand side, gluing those pieces down from mermaid, mercat, and I'm going to pop the ice cream sundae ice cream cone in the strawberry up on a little bit of foam just to give it a bit of dimension, just so it's not so undimensional on the cloud. There we go. So now I can pick up that whole cut file as one giant cluster and glue it in place. There we go. Just making sure it's all stuck down. And now I can work at that bottom cluster. I'm sorry this is off screen a little bit. I've got my washi tape piece. I'm going to glue down my florals. My pink flower is going to be popped up on a bit of foam just to give more dimension down there. And my little meerkat, I'm going to glue that Stay Magical in place first. Just kind of lift the edges. I wanted it tucked nicely with that meerkat. And then I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape behind the head of the meerkat, just to prop him up. Or her. It's probably a her. It's got a pink tail. And a little bit of glue under the tail. Okay, my top little cluster. So that red one's just going to be glued down. And again, a little bit of dimension on either side. So I'll put some adhesive foam on the pink banner and the green one. There we go. Some last little bits and pieces. I'm going to go through the puffy sticker sheet. I am surprised I have so many of these left, but I do. Okay, so the little bike, I wanted to add that in there because it's all about a bike. So why not have the bike riding over the rainbow, another little unicorn, and a couple of little rainy clouds go above the buildings. And I'm just popping things like roller skates and ice creams and rainbows, all the things that little girls love, into that cloud, and that's just adding more texture and dimension. There's a piece of cake as well, which is cool, and a couple of little tiny stars around that unicorn. And a little ice cream and a bunch of balloons for the meerkat down the bottom, and another little bird on the flower. Okay, so I wasn't going to put this on, but then I decided I would, so I just popped that bird up on a little bit of foam, and then that's it for my layout. So I hope you enjoyed the process, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.